Good morning all.
Good morning, sir.
We are discussing about the Fresnel half-period zones, in which Fresnel analyzes the diffraction pattern by assuming the plane wavefront into different circular zones. Such zones are called Fresnel half-period zones. What is the verification? So for the verification of these half-period zones, one of the instrument is required. That optical device is called zone plate. Not only that, in our earlier education, you learned that rectilinear propagation of light. Light will propagate in a straight line in a same media. So that is called rectilinear propagation of light. The verification of that rectilinear propagation of light also can be verified by using a device is called zone plate. So how can we construct zone plate? What is the working of that zone plate? How it will work? Now we will discuss. So our aim is to discuss about the zone plate, its construction and working. So we know in half period zones, the radius of the first half period zone is directly proportional to 1 root of 1 lambda, that is of course b lambda, or maybe r1 is equal to b lambda. The radius of the second half period zone is square root of 2b lambda. Radius of third half period zone is square root of 3b lambda. And similarly, the radius of nth half period zone is square root of nb lambda. When we compare these radius of various half period zones, the radius of the half period zones is directly proportional to square root of n. N is a natural number. Square root of the natural number. By using this simple concept, we will construct a zone plate. Now we have to take a white paper. We will draw number of concentric circles having radii square root of natural number. It is nothing but by using square root of 1, that is 1 meter or maybe 1 centimeter or maybe 1 millimeter. So when we have to take first circle, this one, and the second half period zone, that is square root of 2, that is 1.414. By taking square root of 4, that is square root of 2, one more circle we draw. Square root of 3, square root of 4, square root of 5, square root of 6, square root of 7. Similarly, we draw a number of concentric circles. And after on this white paper, we painted black alternative circles. For example, the first cycle is painted black, and the second half cycle is omitted, and third half cycle is again painted black. So similarly, we draw painted alternative rings. Alternative rings. Then what happens? There is number of lines are drawn like this. Now you have to take a photograph of this paper on the glass plate. Then what happens? If you draw painted black, it will be observed in the photographic negative as transparent. Maybe in very golden days, we have black and white photography. Black and white film you may observe. In that black and white photography, when we have taken a photography of a person wearing white shirt, we may observe in the negative as a black shirt. He wear a black shirt, we can observe transparent in the negative, that is, it looks like white. After printing, it is reversed. Same as white shirt is printed as white shirt and black pant is printed as black pant. So similarly, when we have to take the negative of this paper, where we have to take painted black is transparent, and where we did not have any painted, that is look like black. So this transparent film is taken on the glass plate. This is called zone plate. The negative taken on the glass plate is called zone plate. So there is two types of zone plates one we have. One is positive zone plate and second one is negative zone plate. So positive zone plate is nothing but the central fringe, that is nothing but central zone plate is transparent, and the second half period zone is opaque, and the third half period zone is transparent, and fourth half period zone is opaque. So similarly the half period zones are looks like this. When we observe, this is first, third, fifth, seventh, ninth, 11th. It is nothing but if odd zones are transparent, such zone plate is called positive zone plate. It is nothing but mainly the central half period zone is transparent. In case of even zone plates are transparent, or maybe the central zone is dark, that is opaque. Central zone is opaque, and the third zone, fifth zone, seventh zone, ninth zone are opaque. Such zone plate is called negative zone plate. So there are two zone plates we have. One is positive zone plate in which the central zone is transparent, and in a negative zone plate the central zone is opaque. So by using these zone plates we have number of applications. One of the application is this zone plate act as a converging lens. We know converging lens is nothing but in our words convex lens. So how can it work as a convex lens? Now I will observe that the cross section of this this zone plate. In this zone plate experiment, at the current section, this is the source of light. Of course, it is monochromatic light having wavelength lambda. So this is the screen, a point P on the screen. Wait, we have to observe the intensity of light after diffraction. Now in the center, this is the center, of course. So this is what I am assuming as cross section of the zone plate. So this is the central zone plate. We know this is M1, this is M2, this is M3, this is M4, this is M5, this is M6, and last one is Mn. We discussed in the previous class about zone plate. It means half period zones. So this is OM is the radius of the first half period zone. OM2 is the radius of the second half period zone. OM3 is the radius of the third half period zone. OM4 is the radius of the fourth half period zone, and so on. Of course, whose radius are may be taken as R1, R2, R3, R4, and so on, Rn. Rn is the radius of the nth half period zone. So we know from this source, when the light is incident from the first half period zone, the light ray reach a point P along this direction. Now we are taking as SO is taken as A, the distance, and OP is taken as B. OP is taken as B. In the half period, Brenner half period zones, we discussed about that. Now what is the distance between M1 and P? B plus? Yeah, that's good. Lambda by 2. Because we know the phase difference between two consecutive half period zones is lambda by 2. If this is B plus lambda by 2. Of course, this is M2 and M2P. What is M2P? B plus lambda, that is 2 lambda by 2. B plus 2 lambda by 2 and B plus lambda. And next one is OM3. M3P is how much? B plus 3 lambda by 2. And similarly, this is OM4. This is M4P is equal to B plus 4 lambda by 2, that is 2 lambda. And so on. The last one is OMN, that is MNB. This is equal to B plus N lambda by 2. But is cross section of the zone plate. That is the cross section of the zone plane. Now, when we observe SO is equal to A and OP is equal to B. Now, what is the SM1 plus M1P? Is equal to. Actually, what we are asking, most of them are thinking that if SO is equal to A, SM1 is also taking as B plus lambda by 2, but that is not right. If SO is equal to A, SM1 is also A, SM2 is also A, SM3 is also A, all these are equal to A. Because there is no phase difference between SO and SM1. Only between those OP and M1P is phase difference. Am I right? Now, what is this? SM1 is equal to A plus M1P is equal to B plus lambda by 2. Now, what about second one? SM2 plus M2P. That is equal to SM2 is how much?
A.
This is also A plus B plus M2P is equal to B plus lambda or B plus 2 lambda by 2, whatever it is, right? Similarly, SM3 plus M3P is equal to SM3 is A plus B plus 3 lambda by 2 and so on. And very last one, SMN plus MNP is equal to A plus B plus N lambda by 2. This is A, this is B plus N lambda by 2. This is what we require relation. In which, what is the value of SMN and what is the value of MNP? SMN is nothing but SMN is right? Yeah, SMN. So from this SMNO, right angle triangle, SMNO, right angle triangle, SMN square is equal to, that is hypotenuse square is equal to SO square plus OMN square. According to the Pythagoras theorem. That is equal to SO is equal to how much? That is A, that is A square. OMN is the radius of the nth half period zone. What I told you, radius of the nth half period zone is Rn, that is Rn square. When A square is taken as common, 1 plus Rn square by A square. That is Smn square. But what we require, only Smn is enough. That is Smn is equal to square root of A square plus into 1 plus Rn square by A square. That is equal to A square is came outside, that is A 1 plus Rn square by A square equal to the power half. Square root of is nothing but equal to the power half. Now Smn is equal to A into, that may be like 1 plus x equal to the power half. 1 plus x equal to the power half. By using the principle of binomial theorem. 1 plus actually x by 2 factorial plus x square by 3 factorial and so on. By using that principle, that is 1 plus x is by Rn square by A square, that is 2 factorial is nothing but a 2. That is x Rn square by A square, 2 factorial is 2. That is only approximately, because the remaining terms are very small, can be neglected. Now that is equal to, when A came out inside, A into 1 is A plus Rn square by A cancel, that is 2A. That is Smn is equal to A plus Rn square by 2A. Similarly, when we have taken right angle triangle OMNP, that is what we required, MNP is required. That is equal to same as B plus Rn square by 2B. Similarly, MNP square is equal to OP square plus OMN square. That is MN square is equal to B square plus RN square. Similarly, B square is taken outside. Same after consolidation. That is MNP is equal to B plus RN square by 2B. When these two values been substituted into equation 1, that is SMN is equal to A plus RN square by 2A plus MNP is equal to B plus RN square by 2B is equal to A plus B plus N lambda by 2. Am I right? Any cancellations? Yeah, A cancel, B cancel. There is also Rn square by 2. Here also Rn square by 2. When Rn square by 2 is taken as common, 1 by A plus 1 by B is equal to N lambda by 2. Yeah, 2 also cancel. Now 1 by A plus 1 by B is equal to N lambda by Rn square. Now once again we want to go into this ordinary coordinate system. If it is taken as origin of the x-axis, this is positive x-axis, this is negative x-axis. We know in the sign convention, if it is along the positive x-axis, this is taken as plus. It is along the negative x-axis, so it is taken as minus A. That is called sign convention. Because this is along the negative x-axis. So when we substitute into this equation, 1 by A is replaced by minus A plus 1 by B is equal to N lambda by Rn square. Now 1 by B minus 1 by A is equal to N lambda by Rn square. What is this B? The B is the image distance, because P is the image point on the screen. S is the source, that is nothing but object. A is the object distance. So when it is compared to the optics, we know 1 by V minus 1 by U is equal to 1 by F. F is the focal length of the convex lens. Where U is the object distance, V is the image distance. Same as this. So when you compare these two equations, that is 1 by F is equal to N lambda by Rn square. In some of the books, it may be taken as Fn. Then Fn is equal to Rn square by N lambda, where Fn is the focal length of the length, that is zone plate. So this zone plate acts as a converging lens or convex lens, so that we will use this zone plate as converging lens in number of instruments. So what is this focal length? Maybe first focal length of this Rn square, that is R1 square by lambda, because n is equal to 1. And second one, F2 is equal to R2 square by 2 lambda, n is equal to 2. F3 is equal to R3 square by 3 lambda. So similarly, this zone plate acts as a multiple focal length of converging lens, just like our eye. You know, our eye also can change its focal length, so that we can see nearest objects, far objects also. But convex lens, only one focal length it have. But zone plate having multiple focal lengths. Zone plate having multiple focal lengths. So this is the importance of this zone plate. Okay, thank you.